Hi guys, episode 7 in my bargain store project. In this one I've got these two little key fobs. They're ones that you whistle at to find your keys. Unfortunately I've already thrown the packaging away, so I'm a bit annoyed with myself. But it was from my local Poundland, 2 in a pack. If I just take the bit of plastic out and see if I can whistle the right note. There we go. So we're going to take that apart and repurpose it. Use it for something other than what it was designed for. Okay, it just pops open. Nice little circuit board there. Where's my little pointing stick? LED on the front. Black blob circuitry, couple of batteries, and the speaker microphone in the back there. So I'm going to be really lazy and just extend my LED lead out, put 2 LEDs on instead of 1, and use it for eyes for one of my Halloween rats. I don't expect the sound that it makes is truly Halloween style, but it'll be a novelty. Just swapped to macro mode on my camera there so you can see it a bit clearer hopefully. But it is very simple. The black blob giving us all the circuitry, LED just there, and in fact the speaker microphone is soldered onto exactly the same legs as the LED, so that's ideal. Right, one of the things I want to do to this little circuit is modify it so I've got an on-off switch, because if I bury this inside my Halloween rat I've got no way of turning it on and off. Now something that just came to mind is, if you remember from my previous episode, I used these tea lights to put lights or put eyes in one of the rats. This is the second tea light that I took the LED out of, but didn't need the actual bodywork. This circuit runs off 2 1.5 volt batteries. That's these little button cells. The tea light runs off a 3 volt battery, and it has an on-off switch. So what I'm going to do is run a pair of wires out of the tea light to actually power this circuit, and that will give me the advantage of being able to turn it on and off. I'll do the same thing that I did last time with the rat. I'll cut a big circle in his underside so that I can shove that up inside, run some wires up to the eyes, modify this circuit so that it runs off that 3 volt battery through the on-off switch. I think I can just hot glue that circuit straight on top of there. In fact, if I hot glue it that way up, I could stick that on top of there so it's all in one piece, with extension wires for the LEDs for the eyes. So that might work quite nicely, because that means I'll be able to get the whole lot in and out of the rat for maintenance purposes. So I think that's the next step. That also means I don't need to rummage through my box of switches that I've recovered from various things. I've even bought a couple now, so I don't need them. They can go away. Right, so exactly the same modification as on the previous wrap. That's my bit of extension wire replacing the LED that was in there. I'll just put some hot glue on top to stop it moving. Right, I've just unsoldered the old battery holders, which were just here and just here. So that means I've got access. The positive leg needs to go there, and the negative needs to go there, because it went there, through the battery, up around there, through that battery, into there, and then into the circuit board. So I'll pull that off, and I've also got to desolder that as well. Right, there we are, all soldered back in place. And now we can switch it off. Which is good. Okay, I shall hot glue the circuit board on top of the old T-light body. Need to put that somewhere as well. Need to put a second eye on, because we've only got one eye there at the moment. That was just to test it. And then away we go. Okay, there we are, all mounted together. Hot glued the circuit board on top of the T-light body. I've actually used a bit of double-sided sticky tape, foam tape, to mount the speaker microphone, and I've put some hot glue on the legs of the LEDs so that I don't accidentally short them out when I shove them up inside the wrap. So switched on. Can't whistle now. So apart from the fact I can't whistle, that's working. And we can turn it off. So that's a bonus. Right, now to cut the rat up. So second rat from Poundland, 2 for £1. So I'll do exactly the same as last time. I'll cut a nice circle in his bottom end there. I can then reach up inside. I'll drill the eyes out so that the LEDs can go in the eyes, and that should all mount up in there. The only thing I'm not 100% sure on is whether it'll be able to hear me whistle when it's inside the body. If it doesn't, I might have to drill a few air holes in him somewhere just to make sure it can hear the whistle. Just draw a circle around the T-light so I know where to cut. Work my way around it carefully. Make a lot of little cuts and then I'll join them all up to get the whole circle out. Right, hole cut in his bottom, drilled holes in his eyes. Now all we've got to do is poke the LEDs up inside into his eyes and give him a little drop of hot glue to hold them in place. That's one LED in place. I shall just put a little bit of hot glue behind it and then pull it back to hold it in place. And do the other one. Okay, let's whistle for our rat. Okay, maybe not the scariest rat in the pack, but he does actually respond when I whistle to him. So there we go. That was another simple project. A key finder or key fob, 2 for £1 at my local pound shop. Took the circuit out, used the remains of my electric tea light as well, battery operated tea light, and the second one of my 2 rats for £1 at the pound shop, and there we are, job done. I think he's quite cute. I've just got to learn how to whistle now. You've really got to get just the right note for this. You're a very picky little rat, aren't you?